Mhm. Hey, babies. So we're about to discuss something else. I'm about to light, after all of my videos, I'm lighting my Palo Santo. So bear with me. My allergies are kicking my butt. Oh no, that broke. But I am back and we are going to talk about why natural medicine versus modern medicine. Let's go. So I'm going to tell you why we should choose natural versus modern. And did you all know that in other countries, they don't force modern medicine so much like us? They don't put all of those chemicals and stuff in their foods. There's a lot of things that we're allowed to eat here that they can't eat. Is against the law in other countries, some other countries. And so, let me put this down here. I don't want fire burning all up in the. And so that's why those people, more people in other countries live to be in their hundreds, and because they're not doing and putting all that bullshit crap into their body like us, their bodies like us. Did you know that more people in other countries, in certain other countries, live way longer than we do? And the reason for that is they're not putting all that bull crap that's legalized in America in their bodies. They're not doing that. Just like, I'll give an example. Dr. Sabi, he was healthy. He was extremely healthy. But you know what they did? Those people killed him. So they stripped him of everything. All of the because the with natural medicine and natural healing, this is something that you do have to do all day, all the time. It is a lifestyle. It is not something that you do, oh, I did it once, whatever. It's a lifestyle. So in order for him to be at his age and be as healthy as he was, he had to maintain it with his herbs. And when they locked him up, they stripped him of his herbs and the things that he used, and they put him in an environment that would make him sick. Those people killed Dr. Sabi. I don't care how anyone feels about it. If you don't know who Dr. Sabi is, go look that man up, okay? Those people killed Dr. Sabi. I know this for a damn fact, okay? So going past that, going past that, why natural medicine versus modern medicine? So I'm going to give you an example on why I really chose to do natural medicine. So I am originally from Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. In 2012, I left Indiana and I moved to Houston, Texas, which are two huge climate changes, right? So Indiana is more, it has more trees, it's more green. Houston is not green at all. It's burnt up because it's hot as heck in Texas, so it's all burnt up, okay? And so when I moved to Houston, and because it's so hot in Houston, Houston has a lot of fungus, mold, and things of that nature in the air. And because it's always so hot, it really doesn't get cold enough to kill it off. So it's always there all year round. So that's why in Houston, more than likely, you have year round allergies because it's there year round. It's like dust floating all around. It's driving me nuts. But anyway, and so I wasn't really aware of this when I moved to Houston, Texas. So about 2 years after I moved to Houston, I started getting sick. And I thought it was a cold. I had allergies, but I never had allergies in Indiana. I was never told that, and I didn't get sick like that in Indiana, you know. So I'm like, what the hell going on? I thought I was sick. And then I'm a hypochondriac a little bit. So I'm dying. I got diabetes. I got AIDS. I'm about to. Somebody gave me HIV. It's not funny, but I'm a hypochondriac. I have diabetes. It's something. I'm about to die. Why am I always sick all the time? And then it went from, I'm thinking I'm having cold, so I'm treating it like it's a cold, and it'll go away for about 2 days and I'm sick over again, or it might go away for a week, I'm sick over again. And then it went from that to I started having an earache. That's what happened. Got this earache. I thought I had an ear infection. I'm going to the doctor. So I go to the doctor, and the doctor looks in my nose, looks in my throat, looks in my ears, and he says, you have a blocked eustachian tube. I've never heard of what a eustachian tube was. It's the shadow that's driving me crazy right here. So I had never heard of a eustachian tube. So I'm like, what in the world is that? What is a eustachian tube? Why is it blocked? Like, what's going on? He was like, well, you have allergies, and I think you have a sinus infection, and from the post nasal drip, it blocked your eustachian tube, which is the tube that's between your ear, nose, and throat, right? So now my mind is really blown. Allergies. He just said it like I knew I had allergies. I never knew. So okay, now I have allergies. Okay, so now I have allergies and a black eustachian tube, but I don't have an ear infection. Okay, fine. So what do I need to do? Gave me a nasal steroid. Told me to get over the counter Allegra D. So a week later, my head is really hurting at this point. My head hurts, and now I'm starting to feel like my head is swimming. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I don't know what the hell is going on. I go right back to the damn doctor. Now, at this point, I have an ear infection. Didn't have one at first, but now I fucking do. Okay, so what do I need to do? And then the doctor just, like casually, it's giving you vertigo. What? So I'm driving and I'm feeling like I'm about to pass out. How is that safe for me or anyone else? So he still want me to take over the counter Allegra D, I swear to God. So 2 days later, I'm back. I am in pain. My ears still hurt. What we gonna do? They gave me an allergy shot. Okay. So then that worked a little bit, but I still had the earaches, and I continued to get ear infections. I still had vertigo, and it's just like normal. And they didn't give me any medicine for it. All I had was this dumbass nasal steroid and get Allegra D. So I am like suffering. So a little after that, I started getting yeast infections. Swear to God. Why do I have a yeast infection? I'm dying. Okay, check me for STDs or something. Y'all ain't telling me something. I'm about to die right now. Y'all not telling me something. And the nurse is like, you are so dramatic. Yes, I am. Tell me what the hell going on with me. Because this ain't right. Like, I've never experienced this. I've been sick for far too long. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, I started taking Allegra D. They never ever worked. For the yeast, they treated me for a vaginal yeast infection. Got done with the medicine. The yeast infection came back. Go back to the doctor. Treat me for another vaginal yeast infection. And it never went away. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Something has to be wrong. Y'all need to tell me what the hell is going on. Why the hell do I keep getting a motherfucking yeast infection? I mean, I didn't mean to curse. I keep forgetting I'm on my business page. I'm being for real. Why do I keep getting this? Like, I've never had a yeast infection. And at that time, I was, 32 years old? 33. What's going on? Why does this it's reoccurring? So that means something else is wrong. There's an underlying, they did all the STDs, no diabetes, because I thought it was diabetes because, like I said, diabetes causes yeast. So I thought it was diabetes. Treat me for everything. No, nothing. We don't know why you keep getting these yeast infections. So by this time, I'm like, fuck y'all and fuck this shit. I'm about to do my own research because I'm in here every week for this shit and it's not going away. Clearly it's not working. You need to do something else. Send me to a specialist or something because y'all not telling me what the hell's going on. So I got all this going on at work at once. Yeast infection, vertigo, black eustachian tube. My ears won't pop. My ears hurt. I got a headache. I'm dizzy all the time. What the fuck? I'm dying. Okay, so somebody tell me what is going on. They still not telling me anything. So I started doing my own research. And I found that you can have yeast in your gut. And it can get into your bloodstream. Fungus or whatever, yeast, and take over. They call it leaky gut when it's in your gut. It's a yeast in your gut. Never, ever heard of this. So I go back to the doctor because now I'm armed with something. Okay, what about this? And it was a male doctor. He said, I don't believe that you can have yeast in your gut. Just take the yeast infection medicine. So, of course, I'm back in a week because it didn't go away. So I talked to, and by this time I had oral thrush. Thick white fur on my fucking tongue, okay? Y'all are about to tell me what the hell going on with me. Clearly I'm dying or I'm turning into an animal or something. What is this? What is this? Tell me something before I beat everybody up in this damn doctor's office, okay? So I go back, I talk to the nurse, and she was like, you can't have it in your bloodstream. But instead of prescribing something different, she gives me vaginal yeast infection to take for 6 months. So I take it, the yeast infection just never went away. So I took it for 6 months, and it was still there. By, I think, the last month that I was taking the medicine, I'm like, I have to figure out what to do. So I'm like really online searching this up. Now I've sped this up, but this actually went on for 2.5 years. Okay, so by this time I'm like, you know what? I'm miserable. Um, Something has to shake. So I started doing my own research. How can I treat this? So I read that, and I also bought a natural yeast that kills yeast in your gut, and I took that for 2 months. And but I also did my own research, and I found that black seed oil and oregano oil killed yeast that's in your gut. It's because they said food grade peroxide that didn't help. I tried that. Sea salt. I tried it. I didn't try dead sea salt. I wasn't hip to the dead sea salt at that point. But regular sea salt, I tried that. Didn't work. So the black seed oil and I tried oregano black seed by itself, but then I did more research and found oregano oil. So I ordered that too. I've suffered through this for 2.5 years. I took the black seed oil and the oregano oil mixed every day, twice a day for 2 weeks straight. And then I took it every 2 or 3 days because oregano oil will strip everything out of your gut. So you don't want to take it like that. So every 2 or 3 days mixed with the black seed oil for another 2 weeks. And I don't take anything now, and I don't have it. All of that ended like it was over. It was a journey, honey. It was 2017, the end of 2017, and that is literally the last time I've been sick as well. Because I really got serious about being natural once I realized that the doctors treated me for this shit for 2.5 years and it never went away. And I treated myself naturally for 2 months, 1.5, 2 months, and it went away. I've never seen it again. Never, ever. I lie to you not. My right hand to God. Not have had a problem with it. And it got my allergies under control. I no longer have vertigo. I don't have my ears. When it's about to rain, my ears will itch. I don't know what that's about, but whenever like an old dog or somebody has arthritis, their knees itch when it rains, my ears, when it starts to rain, my ears will itch. Other than that, no blocked eustachian tube. I can fly because I couldn't fly when my eustachian was blocked because the air wouldn't filter through and it would burst my eardrum. So I couldn't fly. I can fly now and everything. And it's because I, myself, cured myself naturally. And it wasn't modern medicine. They let that shit go on for 2.5 years. They didn't give a fuck about what I was going through. They didn't care that I was unhappy. I'm literally at home crying because like nothing was working for the allergies, and it was all allergy related. It was all related. The fungus in the damn air is what caused the damn allergies for me, and it also caused the yeast to be in my bloodstream. And so I struggled with that shit for so damn long, and I cured myself. And once I did that, that was it. I'm on it. Let me find natural cures and let me have people test it out, see if it worked. And there we go. So to me, sometimes the doctors they're not paid to cure you. They are paid to put a bandage on the issue so that you can come back. Big Pharma is a $1 billion industry. They're not going to tell you how to cure shit. It's a cure for everything. If y'all think otherwise, you're out your fucking mind. Just because they not told you doesn't mean that there isn't one. And that's why they killed Dr. Say, because he was out here doing some shit. He actually took 79, 80 people to court when they tried to prosecute him in the state of New York in the 80s, saying that he was practicing medicine without a license. He brought people to court that he actually healed. If y'all really think that there's not a cure for anything, for everything, you are really crazy. They're not going to tell you that. Why would they heal HIV? Why would they heal AIDS? It's up to us to find out what cures things. Most disease, you just have to kill out whatever the underlying issue is. And once you get rid of that, then you can control or get rid of the disease. That's with any disease. And like Dr. Sebi said, mucus is what holds that shit in our body. So if you eliminate the mucus, then there will not be any disease in the body. And that is a fact. Look it up. So this is why I choose natural healing. You will not, even with COVID, I've not gone and got a COVID test. I've not been sick. My kids ain't been sick. I just told you I've not been sick since 2017. I've not had a cold. None of that. Because I do everything naturally. And I still eat meat. And still ain't. I don't eat it heavy, though. I'm not going to make y'all think I'm just chumping down meat every day. Because even when I cook for Thanksgiving, I ate the macaroni. I ate the greens and the mashed potatoes. That's really what I was on. I eat more fruits and vegetables than I do meat. But I still eat meat. That's my point. I'm not a real huge meat eater. I eat a lot of seafood and a lot of shellfish. Seafood and shellfish, Lord. A lot of shellfish and seafood and fish is what I'll eat if my body craves protein. But for the most part, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I can show you my refrigerator now, but I'm not going to get up because I don't have any pants on, and I would have to undo the phone off of my tripod and then walk over to the refrigerator. So we just, you might see my butt, so we just not gonna do that. But that's how I eat. That's how I take care of myself. I take care of myself naturally. I'm not sick. I don't have, most people in my family, by the time they're in their 30s, they have some type of diabetes, high cholesterol, they're obese, they're overweight, on both sides of my family, and I'm not sick. I told my mother that the other day. My mother was like, I said, I don't know if I just got lucky or if it's my lifestyle, the way that I eat, that I've not been sick and I don't have any diseases, because they all have diseases. They're all overweight. It's like, I'm not. But it's because of how I take care of myself. And even when I was younger, I took care of myself, and my family would talk about it. You know, like I was wrong for taking care of myself. But look at me. Hey, listen, 40. Almost 40 years old. She fine. She big, fine, skin looking good, healthy. I did it naturally. So that's why I choose natural healing over man-made medicine. I'm not getting no COVID tests. I'm not getting any COVID shots. You're not giving my kids any of these random ass, dumb ass shots. We're not doing any of this, and we're healthy. Y'all go get all that shit, and y'all asses have been sick since 2017. Somebody tell me who's not been sick in 3 years, not even a cold. And I manage my allergies. I still have the allergies, but they're not like how they were. Like, I get a little congested, and that's it. Like, the vertigo, I don't have that. I don't get dizzy. I don't have the headaches. I've since 2017, I killed off the stuff that was in the yeast that was in my bloodstream, and I am healthy as an ox. So naturally. So that's why I chose to go there. I can't do vegan because I'm allergic to a lot of grain, different grains. A lot of vegan people eat a lot of grain, and a lot of that stuff I'm allergic to. It has to be gluten-free. So that's why I still, stick with what I know. I went vegetarian for 1.5 years. And then when my boyfriend was killed, I went back to eating meat a little bit because I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I never have. So my way of comforting myself would be to emotionally eat. So I went back to eating meat at that time, but just not heavy. I don't eat a lot of meat like that. All that greasy stuff, it makes my stomach cringe. And I don't eat a lot of stuff with sugar. That makes my stomach cringe to even think about that. And so I just take care of myself. I treat people well, and that's why I'm glowing. That's why my skin look good. So if you treat people well, and you treat yourself well, and you eat well, you drink you some water, and stop letting them people put all that medicine, because anything, mental, physical, emotional, I struggle with anxiety and depression, and I don't have that anymore because I learned how to control my mind. You can get past all of that. I used to have to take medication for it. I stopped taking the medication in like 2015 because I'm not a medication person, and I didn't want somebody to tell me this is what you have to do in order to get through this. It's just a matter of controlling your mind. That's all it is. You can heal anything naturally, and that's what I did, naturally and spiritually. So I just want to get on here to say that. This video might be a little long, but if you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, you're not. Like, share, subscribe. I am on YouTube as Healing Tia's Way. My mental health, spiritual healing page is Healing Tia's Way as well on Instagram. And yeah, bye y'all.